Perspective right there. Yeah, it is. I took a couple pictures of it sitting down.
The administrators, educators, coaches, and fans of the Missouri Valley Conference expect nothing but the best from their teams. And the Valley student athletes take pride in exceeding that expectation. On the field, on the court, on the track, and in the classroom. Celebrating academic and athletic excellence for more than 100 years. This is the Missouri Valley Conference. NCAA March Madness is coming to St. Louis. When the final buzzers, only the best will advance to the NCAA Sweet 16. Experience it live. Catch second and third round action of the NCAA Men's Basketball Championship March 21st and 23rd at Scott Trade Center, hosted by the Missouri Valley Conference. Single start at $66 and are available for a limited time. Visit ncaa.com/MBV tickets and make a date with champions. Don't miss the 2014 Missouri Valley Conference Women's Basketball Tournament at the Family Arena in St. Charles, Missouri. Show your school spirit and get your tickets now.
Milton Doyle represent the student body. We're going to ask head coach Porter Mosier to start off with a statement on the game. Then we'll have questions for just the three student athletes, and we'll dismiss them and go back to Porter. Go ahead, coach.
I thought both teams, I mean, it was one of those games where I thought both teams just battled. They left it on the floor. Got to give credit to Bradley. I thought they played extremely hard. But I was really proud of our guys. Bradley has forced us in a lot of turnovers. We only had 11 turnovers, so that was a definite key to the game. But I thought we really shared the ball. We played the right way. We believed. Just the mentality of these guys, even in that last time out, they believed, and obviously Milt hit a great shot, and that was a great shot. But I thought Milt's first half, he really got the ball moving. That was the best we've moved the ball against Bradley in the 3 games, and I was just really proud of the effort and the culture of believing the whole time for these guys.
Questions for the student athletes. Start right here, Dave Reynolds.
Milt, can you take us through that last possession and how you were able to hit that shot?
It was just a great play, drawed up by coach, just had to get open. Then I saw the time on the clock, I just took it.
Right-hand side.
Hi, this is for any or all the guys. Could you talk in particular about the way you guys played offensively in the first half You built up the cushion that ultimately you're able to hold on to, but it seemed like there wasn't a whole lot that you weren't able to do that you wanted to do in the first half in particular.
Christian, then Jeff.
I think coming into the game, a big emphasis was, really moving the ball, because one thing that Bradley does very well is load up, and they try to get up and pressure you on defense, and so it's really hard to do that when you're sharing the ball, moving it, and we had guys stepping in, making that, knocking down shots, and it was just great. Everyone was on point, was doing their job.
Yeah, also, all week we've been working on sharing the ball, creating shots for others, and I think we did a great job as a team. Everybody just setting up for each other, and we made knockdown shots.
Yeah, stay there.
Just the last few minutes, what's going through your mind after having the lead for as long as you did, and they take the lead? What was going through your mind at that point, and again for either end?
Yeah, we'll go with Milton and then Christian.
Just staying together as a team. We knew we got anything we wanted on offense. We just had to guard them on defense and get some stops. Then just stay together, keep our head in the game.
A lot of what Milton said, just staying together as a team. We knew they were going to make a run, just what happens in basketball, but it was just important to stay together and believe that we were still going to pull out the win.
Right down here in front.
Jeff, you'd struggled against Bradley your first two games, and obviously played very well tonight. How sweet was that for you against your hometown team?
It was a great win for me. I knew the first two games I played bad, didn't play myself, so I had the mindset going into this game, I had to come ready to be prepared and be strong, be ready to battle.
All the way in the back.
Talking about hometowns, Christian, what was it like to be playing back home and in front of this place?
It was amazing. It's something I haven't been able to do since high school. The fact that I had a lot of family and friends come out and support us, and they definitely got a treat. So it was awesome.
Right here in the aisle.
Milton, when you released that ball, did you know it was going in at that point?
Yeah, I felt it right off my fingertips. It just felt like a great shot. Then I saw it going into the rim. It just felt even better.
Hey there. Number 2 here.
Jeff and Christian, could you just talk about Indiana State tomorrow? I know you're still happy about this one, but quick turnaround. What do you guys expect tomorrow? What do you have to do?
We had to come out. First, we had to box out. They're a great offensive team, so we got to come out strong. Everybody boxing on rebound, and we got to play smart every possession because they're a good team that turn you over, and that would make you pay for it. So we got to take care of the ball, and possession by possession, we got to be strong, be ready to come to play.
Yeah, definitely valuing the ball. That's always big when you're going into a game, and then also getting ready to defend because they have very balanced scoring. So we just have to know the personnel, know everyone's capable, and just be ready to go.
Yeah, Milton, I was just wondering on that last play, was that exactly kind of how you guys had drawn up what you wanted to do?
Yeah, it was exactly how we drawn it up. It was just us setting up our man and getting open and just doing the little things to get the shot off.
Mr. Christian Thomas, I was wondering, that you had a pretty good crowd that came down here. It's kind of good to see them up there.
But definitely, I did my best to block them out, take care of business, but back in my mind I knew that my family and friends would be here. So it was just great to come out and get a win.
All right, gentlemen, thank you very much for your time. We're going to dismiss you. Stay with Coach Mosier for a while. You can.
All right, thank you.
Questions for the head coach now. Right here, David.
Or they turned you over so much the first two games. Obviously, you made some adjustments this time around. Can you kind of share some of those with us?
Right, we watched a lot of film on them and just showed the guys, they really hedge hard on the ball screens, and they're physical when they do it. And we over-dribbled on the ball screens. Every time we took 3 or more dribbles coming off the ball screen. So we wanted to take less. We wanted to take 1, 2, and then we were trying to get it out. And we said if you always talk about toughness. We felt if toughness is getting out of a trap. And we felt if we could get it out of the trap, we were playing 4-on-3. That's when we wanted to move it, and share the ball. That's what these guys were talking about. Our plan was to get it out of the ball screen and then move it. We had some things lined up that we did, but we were stronger with the ball. You know, we were stronger with the ball. You know, Kiki had 0 turnovers. I mean, that's huge. And Milt had 3. I think they had 11 between those two in the first game. But it was just over dribbling, putting their head down, and then Bradley does. I mean, Pickett does a really good job trapping that ball screen. He's strong, he's athletic, he can slide his feet, and you know, we just didn't want to over dribble. We felt if you're taking 3 dribbles coming off that ball screen, it's too many against Bradley. So we were really doing 1 to 2, pulling out and getting it out.
Hey, Coach, what does it mean to come in here, you know, your first tournament game in the league, you know, after finishing in last place, and to come in here and get a win? What does it mean for the program?
It means a lot, you know, because we have a great group of Loyola people that are just very enthusiastic, and they came down here. Our hotel, a lot of people there. And I talked to the group in the atrium this afternoon, and I said, you know, we're excited to be here. Everyone's excited to be here. But we just don't want to be that team just excited to be here. You know, we wanted to win. And to know that our focus, these guys focus, I mean, they haven't been through something like this. I mean, to have the hotel the way it was, to come on over here in this atmosphere, they haven't been through this. And these guys did a great job of staying on point. We really stuck to what we were trying to do, and it's a credit to them. And to staying focused. We haven't always stayed focused this year. It's been up and down, and these guys really stayed focused. But to get a win, I mean, I think our fans are hungry. I mean, they were, you know, we moved into this league. We didn't have the year, you know. A lot of people expected us to have this year. We didn't. We did. And to come here and play the, you know, hard and the right way, and to get a win, you know. And so in the locker room, I'll just tell you what I did. I mean, they're just so excited. I told my assistant, I go, get 20 seconds on the clock. And everyone looked at me, they go, all right, 20 seconds, go celebrate. And they just had a mosh pit. And it was 20 seconds was over, I made them sit down. I said, now it's over. You got to get your focus back going again. We got another game, and that's what we have to do. And I was pleased to hear Kiki. We haven't said a word about Indiana State. He knows about it, they know about it, but I was really proud of how they came out.
Coach, the three-point shooting, in particular in the first half, was that a byproduct of the adjustments you were talking about, or was it just kind of a hot night, or both?
We got better shots because we moved the ball. We broke down every play against Bradley, and we were taking so many shots after one pass out of the ball screen, and then they rotate. They do a great job of rotating. And we were trying to get him to rotate 3-4 times. We said, pass up a decent shot for a better shot. That was just our whole mantra the last couple days. And these guys did. Every time it came out of the ball screen, it went 2, 3, 4 more passes until they got an open shot. And I thought that's that playing the right way. Spacing, I thought was excellent. And but it wasn't an emphasis. We settled for shots a lot the first couple times. We've settled for shots a lot the last 6 games. And we really made a focus on passing up a decent shot to get a better shot. And they bought in.
Yeah, go ahead. Can you talk a little bit about Indiana State tomorrow as well? What do you expect, and what will you guys have to do differently this time around?
I mean, my first thing is Jake Odom. I mean, he's the one that drives that thing. He gets you going. He makes so many winning plays. At our place, the last time we played him, we had like a three-point lead or 4-point lead, and he made basically a 5-point play. Drove it, got an and one, missed the free throw, got his own rebound, drove it, got an and one, made the free throw. It was like a 5-point play. He's terrific. I think they're very deep. Christian Smith got the award. I think he comes off the bench. Gant, A-Rob, they're a senior team. They're going to come in, and they're very well coached. But Odom is just a winner, terrific. And we're going to have to really watch him, how he makes everyone else better.
Two more questions we have time for. One right here, second one's over there. Go.
Coach, how do you take the momentum from tonight's win moving forward into Indiana State and possibly doing something special here?
When you lose close games and when you don't have a winning season, I don't want to deter their confidence. Confidence is special. Is special. And these guys, I love the confidence that they have, that they got from this win. My job in the next 24 hours is to control that confidence, control their focus to get back, because I thought they were very focused for this game, and to get that focus going again. But I love that they feel good about themselves. We've had some struggles, you know, and I want these young guys to feel good and feel confident that they played the right way and they got results out of it.
Final question right here.
It looked like Doyle was pretty intent to kind of take over the last 5 minutes. I think he had 11 of his points down the stretch. Is this the kind of guy who can come in and kind of be a program changer, or, you know, help take you in a different direction?
Well, you know, what I loved about Mill is he had 6 points at halftime, and I thought it was his best half of basketball he's played all year. He played such the right way. He was so content on getting the ball out of the trap, moving the ball, making that. His passes were tight. His knees were bent. Sometimes Milt played straight up and down. He had his knees bent. He was snapping the ball. He played great. And I said it at halftime. I go, Milton's playing. And then he just let the game come to him. He wasn't forcing it. He didn't feel like the weight of the world. The kid wants to win so bad. He feels that he's got to be, you know, everything. And then on that last play, you know, we sent him. It was a box set, and we sent him all the way down. And we run Kiki off, and then we misdirected. We threw it to Christian, and then popped Milt back, and Christian fired it up. Because we wanted to get Milt the ball around half court to go make a play. You know, with 4 seconds left, we were trying to I didn't want him to start getting the ball and make a play around three-quarters court. So we sprinted him all the way down through the CT and brought him back so he could catch it at half court and go make a play. I mean, the fact that he hit it, I mean, that's all him. I mean, with that kind of time on the clock, you just want to get down and get a good look. And so I loved how he let the game come to him. He had a phenomenal spin move. He had a nice pull-up. He had a big-time pull-up shot. And he made his 2 big free throws. Made 2 big free throws. And you got to give Lemon credit, too. That kid made 10 out of 10 free throws. I was begging for him to miss. But you got to give him credit, too, making those free throws. But I loved how Milt just let the game come to him. He just didn't look like he was putting pressure on every single play. And that's why I think this was a big growth game for him.
Okay, Porter,
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Good luck tomorrow. Loyola, 12-16-09 in Peoria, half-court shot. That's the last time B was beaten on a buzzer beater. Okay, Bradley Braves are here. Walt Lemon Jr., Austin Barnes. We're going to ask head coach Gino Ford to give us a statement on the game, and have questions for the student athletes.
Well, I thought it was a really good game. 2 teams really fought hard and played well. They played better than us in the first half. We got ourselves in a hole. I thought we showed more character and toughness the last 8 minutes than maybe has been our norm, and that's why we gave ourselves a chance to win. We made big plays offensively. We got stops defensively. And, you know, it's really unfortunate that they made a shot over 2 guys at the buzzer, but you got to give them credit. It was a heck of a shot. So, you know, you got to tip your hat to them and keep moving forward. But it was a disappointing end to the game and disappointing end to the year.
Questions for Austin or Walt? We'll start right here.
Walt, just take us through your emotions right now. Obviously a tough situation, but just take us through that.
I'm just lost for words. Like Coach said, it's hard to end a season like that. And I mean, because my college career is over. Younger guys got a chance to play again. Me, I gotta move on with my life. So it's a little bit tough for me right now.
Right here.
Can you describe the second half as you guys were making that comeback? It looked like you were kind of taking the team on your back, and just tell us what you were thinking and what your mindset was when you're trying to make up that deficit.
Basically, I wasn't ready to go home. Like Coach said, we started bad in the first half, and I wasn't ready to go home. I was planning on I packed for 4 days, so that was my mindset. And we was down, so I made it an issue to get myself going and be more aggressive. So.
Austin, you were hitting your shot on the wing there. Talk about how you were able to just hit your shot, but bring that energy on defense and then into the huddle.
I don't know. I don't think we came out flat. We just we weren't putting stops together at all in the first half, and I think my role this year was to be an energy guy and to hit some open shots. So.
Well, how were they different offensively today than they were the first two games you played them?
First two games, we created a lot of havoc. They set their ball screens, and we managed to turn them over a lot. So this game, they didn't ball screen as much. They moved the ball and they ran certain plays where guys cutting through staggers and down screens and stuff, and then they look how low they wasn't really setting that many ball screens. So.
Anything else for the student athletes of Bradley? Okay, gentlemen, thank you very much for your time. We're going to stay here with Coach Ford for a little while longer. Right there.
Coach, just talk about the season and how obviously not the way you want to end it, especially on a buzzer beater, but just talk about the season, how you can improve next season.
Well, I thought it was a tough year. It was one where we really labored early for leadership and collectiveness that got better. I thought in February we were stringing together some pretty good basketball, and we became a good defensive team. It's ironic that that's what got us beat tonight. First half defensive numbers are really poor, and that was the game. You can always boil it back to one shot at the end. It was an unbelievable shot, but had we been able to get them guarded in the first half, like we did the 4 halves that we'd played them prior to that, we're probably not in that situation. You got to give them credit for making shots. So it's a tough end. It's kind of in some ways. In course with our season, we had a difficult year. We played in patches and couldn't really string it together and be good in long stretches, and that's something that we've got to get corrected. I think that it's pretty obvious that our depth was a challenge for us. We had 3 guys we really leaned on heavy for minutes with Walt, Austin, and Tyshawn, and the 4th guy was one of our main scorers. Omari played the whole season needing hip surgery, so I thought I'd give Omari a lot of credit. I don't know how many guys would have battled through and played. He could have taken the easy way out and sat the year. But he didn't, and he'll have the surgery here in a few weeks, and I know that he'll be much improved, and Barnes will be much improved, and we're excited about the guys we've added. But that doesn't make it any better tonight. As you sit in here after a really emotionally draining game, that you got to give Loyola credit for. Doyle he was 6 for 11, but I think he made his last 3 field goals.
Gino, you get to this game, there's the challenge to finally get to play on Friday. You've got 3 seniors and that you rely on, and yet they come out with that in the first half, with that lack of the defense and slumping shoulders and all those things you've talked about body language. How does that happen? Why does that happen?
Well, I think it's frustration. First off, give Loyola credit. I thought offensively We were a little surprised they didn't do it in the second game because we had so much success guarding sideline ball screens in the first game. They changed entirely what they did, and it got us unable to get them trapped as often. First two games, we were able to trap them a ton, and it generated a lot of steal runouts. We had one steal runout the whole game. Walt had the one dunk there in the last 3 minutes. And obviously our team thrives on that. I think that tonight, Tyshawn Pickett battled at a level that, you know, is hard to fault. I thought he played really, really at a high level. And, you know, I think that our lack of a vocal leader at times during the season was a challenge for us. And, you know, that's what happens. That's those moments. You don't need leadership when it's going well. Anybody can, I mean, that's easy. Everybody can give you some of that when shots are going in and you're up by 15. It's easy to chest bump. I think where we struggled was sometimes getting a guy to get us all on the same page and heading in the right direction. And that's something we've got to find a way to get churned around. I think we got that in the works. I feel good about some of the younger guys that are that type of personality. You know, and I think it's, you know, it's harder. Walt and Ty, we rely so much on offense that it can be, and then Walt leads the league in steals, and Tyshawn was anything but a liability defensively. So those guys are having to play both ways. They got a lot going on. It was just tough, I think, for those guys, and it's not really their personality to be real vocal, and it happens because the other team made shots. Had we had the lead, it wouldn't have happened. They got the lead, and that's why I say the last 8 minutes. I was never prouder of our team than I was the last 8 minutes, because typically our MO has been, that's your back against the wall, as the toughest spot as you can be in. And I thought we really rallied and pulled together and showed, you know, chemistry at the best level we've shown it all year, toughness at the best level we've shown it all year. That's what makes it more difficult to get beat how we did.
Coach, just talk about Walt's career. Obviously, you got 4 great seniors, but just talk about Walt's career that will go down in probably one of the best in BU history.
Yeah, Walt, you know, Walt's a self-made player. He was an electric player, made exciting plays, you know, a lot of highlight steals and dunks that were entertaining, you know, for the crowd. And he's a self-made player. I give him credit. He's one of the hardest workers I've ever had in terms of putting his own time in to get better. You know, and we'll certainly miss his work ethic. I give him credit for turning the program in one direction, and I'm going to give Tyshawn credit for turning it in another direction. We're physically tougher than we were 3 years ago because of Tyshawn Pickett, because the physicality he brought every single day in practice, and it has spread, and we're no longer a soft team, and I give him credit for that. I give Walt credit for turning the work ethic, because we weren't a program 3 years ago where guys got in the gym and worked on their own game. To be frank with you, we had a hard time getting pickup games generated a couple springs ago. Now, because of Walt's relentless approach to becoming a better player individually, it spread. Other guys are in the gym. So those two guys, I think you can give them a lot of credit for changing the culture of our team in a couple positive ways. You know, we didn't have the season we wanted to have. You know, it wasn't what you would, you know, quote, a good season by any stretch. It was a frustrating season, difficult season. But, you know, you got to persevere through that. And the program is built on a solid foundation of work ethic and toughness that will get better and better. And then we need to add some depth in, and we've got to get the right mix. But, you know, it's I feel like help is on the way, and we're headed in the right direction. I really do. I'm hurt from the way the game ended. Hurt for our seniors that's going to be their last memory of a game, was to, you know, have somebody make a three like that. But, you know, life goes on. The sun's going to come up tomorrow, and the only thing we can control is our response to that. And I'm hopeful that it'll give some resolve to our younger guys about how difficult and how precious your time is to capitalize on.
Thank you, Gino.
Okay, thanks.
NCAA March Madness is coming to St. Louis. When the final buzzer sounds, only the best will advance to the NCAA Sweet 16. Experience it live. Catch second and third round action of the NCAA Men's Basketball Championship March 21st and 23rd at Scott Trade Center, hosted by the Missouri Valley Conference. Single session tickets start at $66 and are available for a limited time. Visit ncaa.com/MBB tickets and make a date with champions.